What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Thomas, and today we are breaking down the entire Supreme Week 10 drop list. We are fully maxed out on both hands. All fingers are accounted for, and we're only halfway done with the season. So join me as I give my thoughts on the best items for resale this week, sleeper items of the week, and everything in between that you need to watch out for in this spooky season Halloween Eve drop. You really won't want to miss it, and if you guys will do me a huge favor, please hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the noti bell so you get up to date every single time I post and go live. Of course, you know I'm going live for this drop. It's going to be absolutely crazy, and I'll be dressing up in my new Halloween costume. So you won't want to miss that. I encourage you guys to do the same. And with all that out of the way, let's just get into it. Okay, if you saw me post my YouTube short yesterday, TikTok, or this community tab post, you know what's mostly coming out, but we do have some new pictures that were not featured even on the full drop list of the brand new RZA shirt. And here we go. Shout out to Drops by Jay for the pictures. You can see here, it's a classic Supreme tee with the exact same photo on the RZA mug and ashtray. Then we got these colors, olive, black, white, purple, and yellow. I don't know if these are separate or just the same thing. That could be a gray. And then protect your neck, RZA Supreme. That's pretty sick, bro. I like the handwriting. Looks good. I think this will be a fairly decent item to go after this week for resale. Not to mention the fact that it's gonna be one of the cheaper items at around 48 bucks, or exactly 48 bucks. I think yellow obviously is the one to go for them Wu-Tang colors. Wasn't expecting this, but we got a Supreme Wu-Tang Clan post on the news page. Got a long summary of the group's history that you can read on your own there. I'm not going to read it for all you guys because it's quite comprehensive in 5 or 6 paragraphs, but we do have the summary of the new collection for fall 25, consisting of a Gore-Tex jacket, honky jersey, hooded sweatshirt, Gore-Tex pants, t-shirt, Gore-Tex camp cap, beanie, skateboard, mason, mug, and tray. Available October 30th and in Asia, November 1st. Kind of weird we're getting this for lookbook items, but it's cool that we're getting more pictures. That's just more pictures for the thumbnails, know what I mean? There's the back of the Gore-Tex, the Swarm returns. There's the hooded sweatshirt, let's go. And on the back, 36 Chambers of Death. Here is the jersey, man. And I actually, guys, believe it or not, recorded the entire drop list before this. So I've already talked about everything. And I was talking about this thing, man. Black and white jersey, so much better than this blue. This blue one sucks. Spoiler alert, it sucks. It's not great at all. I'm not a fan of it. I'll get into it later. I don't want to speak too much on all the items, but there you go. RZA t-shirt. Let's freaking lock it in. Finally got the pictures. Beanie, mason mug. The price on this is stupid. When is the Ushanka coming out? That's what I really need. And then we got product picks, which we already have, guys. I know we're getting additional ones here, but we've got these pretty much locked and loaded coming in. I guess these are some additional pictures I could have used earlier, so I'll throw them in the video or something like that. But there you go. It is Supreme Wu-Tang time, and let's get into the full drop list now. All right, now we're going to get into the drop list. You can see here what people have voted on so far, and as we always do, we're starting from the bottom, making our way to the top. First up, we got the mohair beanie for 48 bucks. I'm just not big on these guys. I bought one. I thought it looked cool. It doesn't fit my head. The material was compressing my head a bit and it felt itchy. So I don't recommend mohair. If you got mohair and no mo problems and you can deal with it, then that's fine. Go with your heart. I do like the burgundy one with the black writing the most. We got the standalone Wu-Tang Gore-Tex cargo pants, which are waterproof, breathable Gore-Tex 3-layer poly shell with taped seams. These ain't untaped, boys. And apparently all the print stuff from Gore-Tex is gonna be $100 more expensive. So I'd assume that these are regularly gonna be $298 because the jackets are $398 and then $498 for the pattern, which is a bit unfortunate. And I might be having a bit of fade on this, guys. I was really hyped up on the B pattern. I thought it was super sick. I still do. And I think the black Supreme box logo carries a lot of weight for this design, but I really don't know how popular these Gore-Tex pants are going to be specifically. It is near the bottom of the drop list, and I certainly would not be paying no $368 for these. So I might give it a downvote. And here you go. The retail price on the 2 other colorways is $288 on the olive and black. I could easily see these being much more usable and wearable, like on a hiking trip, even winter sports stuff. Snowboarding, skiing is what I always mention. That's the biggest heavy duty winter stuff that I end up doing every year. I actually have a lift pass I have to use this year. We're getting stuck on a ski lift this past March. That was interesting, but I digress. These are Gore-Tex pants and they're waterproof. $288. Okay, brushed mohair sweater, $198. I think this tiger stripe one looks pretty sick, looking like a dang Call of Duty Black Ops 1 camo or something. I think that would have been maybe 1,200 COD points to get, but you know, we were high roller wager matching, so it was all good. We had the money flowing in. They don't make them like they used to. I do wish these were not tonal on most of them. This is one of those instances where I think the tonal detracts from the overall design. At least make it white, make it close to it. It looks okay on black, but this is the only one where you can dang read it from a distance. Also $198, a bit tax. I'm not a fan. Next up, the contrast S mesh back 6 panel for 48 bones. This hat is kind of refreshing. It really does feel like a new design. I'm sure we've seen this particular S logo before. It's not a brand new font to Supreme. I really highly doubt that, but some dope colorways. First up, you got the duck camo, which I think the blue and yellow S is throwing me off a bit, but this Seattle Mariners hat, dude, it's got Boone's name written all over it. I guess maybe the green's a bit more Seahawks, but front of it looks a bit Mariners. I know they just had a devastating loss to get to the World Series, so RIP, that sucks. And then we got Cleveland Browns edition, the Braves or the Red Sox. Okay, fair enough. Kind of a cool mesh back. The pumpkin short sleeve top for 88 bones. I know a lot of people are upset about this.
Come on, Supreme. I'm gonna wear the pumpkin shirt for
Halloween. Were you guys really gonna buy this shirt? I don't know, man. I think they've done this for a long time. A lot of brands have, where they do release stuff right before a holiday, regardless if it's gonna miss the time where you can wear it for that. It's almost like buying the item is the experience. You're buying the pumpkin shirt the day before Halloween, and if you live in a city with a Supreme store, you can in fact wear it on Halloween. But I don't know, man. I've always thought this shirt was pretty dang mid ever since the preview. We've just gotten so many better ones. The help tee is way better in my opinion, but I suppose it is a pretty casual and easily worn Halloween shirt that you can wear around just about anybody. But for 88 bucks, I'm not losing sleep over missing out on the pumpkin short sleeve top. Next up, the lined zip up hooded flannel shirt, which I'm dubbing the first sleeper item of the week. And it's right here in the middle of the drop list. Maybe even towards the bottom. It's towards the bottom of the drop list, man. 168, all cotton flannel with faux shearling lining. No sheep were harmed. Quilted filled taffeta sleeve lining, baby. Let's fucking get it. Full zip closure with on-seam hand pockets at lower front and utility pockets at chest. I've read that sentence almost verbatim so many times, guys. I think it's so funny. You probably don't think it's funny though. Supreme's descriptions are so similar. But this thing is sick, dude. I love the faded flannel look to it. It's totally retro, also timeless. Just look at the colorway. You don't need any Supreme branding on the front, which they don't even have it. I wouldn't have minded a work logo there, but there's that shearling on the inside. Faux shearling. Okay, it's not real and it's popping off. I love this Supreme hit on the back. The Old English looks dope. I think for me, if this is a flannel with no hood, it would be a very tempting cop. But the fact is that this is so furry. I just would only get a couple months wear out of it. Here in AZ, I mention that all the time, but it's true. We're finally starting to get cooler down temperatures. 68 degrees right now at 5:54 in the morning, which is awesome. I could definitely wear this outside right now. 100%. Right, the Umbro down puffer jacket, water resistant poly with down insulated quilted BAFTAs and nylon lining. A full zip closure, embroidered logos. You guys see it on the screen. Read it along yourself. These drop lists are posted in the description every single video. Be sure to check that description out. Love it. Become a member. Own it. Go crazy. I know Igor is very excited about this thing. He's always been, Thomas, how much is the puffer gonna be? I need to know. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Probably $300-400 bucks, and it's $300-400 bucks. It's $398. But we got the Umbro branding on the back. Supreme Old English 10. The return of the Supreme Max Unmatched Performance logo, which I've been a fan of. We had that on a rugby last season that I thought was pretty sick. Kind of regret not picking up that rugby, but it's alright. Very similar designs from what we've seen on S logo track jackets, as well as the Umbro track jacket from earlier this season. This world famous team logo, I think looks pretty good. They didn't go too crazy on the embroideries. I think they maybe could have gotten away with one more, but this is playing it relatively safe and still having fun designs. Like, this is the Supreme Umbro, guys. The Supreme puffer jacket is what I'm trying to say here. Like, this is not a sleeper puffer jacket. This is the one where you want people to know, hey, I fuck with Supreme like that. I like these colors. Supreme 10. They'll ask you what does 10 stand for. You'll say it's week 10 of fall winter 25. Okay, that's what it stands for. James Jebbia told me, why is this downvoted? I don't know. I was doing it to add the rankings. I don't want the hype beast finding out about this one. I want you guys copping, but we'll see what happens with resale. Probably a little bit, to be honest. It's 400 bucks, maybe around 450, 500. That's my best guess, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, the Wu-Tang Clan hockey jersey for 158. Guys, I hate to break it to you because I know someone's gonna love this thing. I think this is dog ugly.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
I mean, this thing, swing and a miss. I like what they're going for. That whole conversation about good idea, poor execution. Here's what's wrong with this one in particular. The colors, I know yellow and blue are contrasting. They can look good together. I think there's way too much going on with not only the Killer Bee pattern, but all of these accented graphics. It just doesn't go together, in my opinion. That is something that Supreme does make part of their identity, though. So if you like it, and you like the fact that it's clashing and it's loud, I get it. To me personally, I could never wear this thing. I'm also not a big Wu-Tang fan, really at all. So none of this Wu-Tang stuff is for me by that point alone, but I could absolutely see people that are vibing with this thing, and that's totally cool. I think the black one is much more wearable because the fact that you don't get all that saturation right here. Like, look how many colors you're going through. You got blue, black, yellow, orange, just reds, more oranges, more blacks. And this one, you just have the bees and the red hits and the yellow. Like, black 100%. I think if we had more pictures of it, I think I could be swayed to go black. Blue is way too much, and I think black will actually resell for more. We'll see what happens. 158 is not horrible for a hockey jersey either. Number 2 sleeper item of the week is the star-studded hooded sweatshirt. Unfortunately, $238 on the resale price. I was in Fauntleroy's Finest stream earlier on Monday when we had the leaks coming out, and he was really gassing this thing up, and he was like, I want to buy this thing if it's under 200. And I was like, ooh, I feel like 198's minimum on this thing. I said I could see higher, and we did in fact see higher. They are taxing for these metal studs. If you want to calculate the price of each metal stud, assume that a regular hoodie like this is 168. Price out how much extra each metal stud is in the comments down below, and I'll give you a prize. But this thing is really clean looking. I saw it on body in one of Supreme's skate videos that they posted. I personally think this dusty gold looks the best, but I could be swayed for the black or even the navy. Here we got the Jacquard Logo's denim camp cap.
On Jacquard, as some people say.
There's 3 items featuring this pattern this week. This hat, a trucker jacket, and pants. My personal favorite's gotta be the camo. I think the pattern just looks good overall. It's a bit inconspicuous, and the Supreme is blended in, which mixes with the pattern so well. Black is not bad either, but I don't think it's worth getting it because you can barely see it. This one at least has a theme. Or you want to go full out crazy, I love Supreme, my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And then you go with the dark indigo. That's the way I see it, but camo's got to be the one I'd recommend. Next up, we got the ashtray featuring RZA by Meissen. Made in Germany. Porcelain tray with printed and gold leaf graphics, printed logos on bottom. There's the dimensions, made in Germany, 228, man. That sucks. Back in the day when I bought my Akira tray, that thing was like 60 bucks and it was still porcelain. They didn't make it in no Germany, but I didn't care. So I don't think this stuff is going to sell out very quickly. I think it'll eventually sell out, but I would not recommend going for any of the tray stuff, including the mug, unless you just balling like that. And you never know. Sometimes these accessories, even if I say don't go for it, it's too expensive, it resells, it sells out. Buy if you like it. That's what you always got to go back to, boys. Buy if you like it. And gals, I'm sorry. Jacquard Logo's denim trucker jacket. Here it is, $298. I don't know why this is downvoted. I didn't vote on this, but okay. All cotton 14-ounce denim with frayed Jacquard Logo pattern, button front closure with on-seam hand pockets. We love them. Very freaking on seam, dude. Put them on the seam. Let's go. Okay, sorry, I'm spazzing out, but this jacket is dope as hell, man. Soup's wearable. It's got the Supreme branding all over it, but also it's low key. It's camouflaged, baby. Such a neat idea. And I want to say this is a distinct woodland pattern. Like, this isn't on any additional items. Only these three have this specific woodland in this specific shade. Could check around the preview, but it's not like the green camo pants that I bought that's featured on like 10 items. It's only on these three. And then you got this feller, which I know at least one of y'all is gonna cop, and I love that. I want to see those carts on Thursday whenever we all cop and we're talking about what happened in the drop and how crazy it was. And oh my god, I can't believe I triple carded the Jacquard denim trucker jacket in every colorway. I don't know, maybe someone will do that. Next up, the Killa Bee Gore-Tex Camp Cap, 68 bucks. Not bad for a triple collab if you include Gore-Tex as a triple collab. I think this is a great way to pull off this colorway and this pattern in a wearable format on the head. You can definitely get away with more busy stuff going on. I mean, no pun intended, bro. Busy like a bee. I do like the embroidered Gore-Tex hit there, black Supreme box logo, and this the swarm of bees. They're coming out to kill you. You got the Wu-Tang low opacity logo there. Hell freaking yeah. Moving right along, the shell jacket, man. I'm not reading all this stuff. It's waterproof. It's breathable. That's all you got to know. How can you be both? I'm not sure, but Gore-Tex manages to find a way. $4.98 is the price. And I said in my short, is this going to be the next Kermit the Frog? I don't think it is, man. Kermit had some legacy, some heritage. Even though this has been on the preview just as long as Kermit was also $3.68, and this is $4.98 for essentially the same thing. This is a shell jacket. Kermit's listed as a taped seam, but this is also called taped seams and tricot bagging. I don't know the differences of all the Gore-Tex jackets. They're very similar to me. I do love the box logo. I think it's loud. I think it'll sell out. I'm just cautious about resale right now, guys. I'm not giving you any guarantees with this thing. If you like it, you really fuck with it, you want to wear it, buy it in your size. Maybe it goes, but be prepared to pay the piper or even have it not sell out. I almost couldn't see that happening with Gore-Tex shell jacket, but it's happened before. We got the regular shell jacket at a steal, only $3.98, folks. Requested content cannot be loaded. Please try again. It's only on the shell jacket. Anyway, here's the shell jacket on the preview. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a Gore-Tex jacket with a Supreme box logo down there, and you got a back accent as well. And then there's all three. Hell freaking yeah. The Wu-Tang skateboard is next for 78 bones, $18 tax of their usual 60, but I think this makes complete sense. Same price as Exorcist, and you're getting way more graphic on both sides. Swarm returns, world famous Supreme. This looks really cool. It is the same graphic on both sides, so you'd have to buy two skateboards to get them to match. And these are, I think, front and bottom. I don't think it's two boards. No, it's top and bottom. This is the top here. This is the bottom. And I think maybe the top would be cooler to display. Low key. Vertical boards though, which I think are a bit harder to display in terms of me finding stuff to hang out my skateboards, but I'm sure it's pretty easily done. Rounding out the Jacquard logos, we have the double knee denim painter jeans, which are $228. Man, that is some value. Golly, I really eventually want some Supreme double knee painters. I probably will wait for some 168 ones. I don't need the fancy editions with the Supreme all over them, but these are very fairly priced, especially compared to the jacket, which is $298, and you're saving 70 bucks before taxes. I think the black and the camo look pretty good, but obviously if you want to go loud, go loud. Go loud or go home, right? It's Supreme here, folks. Let's get it. Top 5 items of the drop list according to Supreme community. First up, the reversible work zip up hooded sweatshirt. I like this thing a lot. I dubbed it a sleeper item of the week in my short, but now it's upvoted too high. People know. You really are getting 2 jackets for the price of 1. I think the colorways are fairly decent. I gotta be biased for my camos. You know me, folks. Urban camo, 30 headshots. We've been here, we've done this. We got this sort of naval camo. Both are Arctic woodland ERDL type of beats there. This one is crazy. Could not go for that one. Maybe these two, bit of the beige Carhartt off-white, and you got black and black. Just don't buy the black one. You got plenty of black sweatshirts in your wardrobe, I'm sure. But here's the inside, showing off that cotton thermal. I think these will go pretty quick. People tend to go for these thermal items. I think because they're warm, they're clean. Just got a little Supreme logo down there. I dig it, man. For 168, can't go wrong. Then we got the RZA Mason mug, dude. 188 bones, 8.45 ounces. I mean, yeah, dude, this is just not for me even a little bit. Like, this could be so many different things. It could be the coolest anime mug of all time. It could be a gamer mug. It could be a damn picture of me on the mug. I ain't paying no 188. It says gold leaf graphic at back. Gold leaf, man. That's like the cheapest form of gold, right? Like, that's almost no gold.
Well, I don't have it here. Now go!
The Lannisters would be pissed with this one. But let's get down to the bottom of this. How much gold is in here? I'm thinking about the gold leaf thickness. Very little. Damn, the 188 price isn't because of the gold content at all. Mason is one of the oldest and most prestigious porcelain makers in Germany. Handcrafted, limited edition, obviously. Well, yeah, I didn't think the gold was what was driving the price up, but almost no gold. Is anyone surprised right now? I doubt it. Next up, the Wu-Tang beanie, 40 bucks as the number 3 item on the drop list. I think this thing makes sense. It's very wearable. You got the Wu-Tang Clan on one side, Supreme on the other. You can see the Supreme logo on the black one. I think the black one will be the one to go for with the Wu-Tang in yellow, because those them colors. Number 2, the Wu-Tang Clan hooded sweatshirt, heavyweight brushback fleece with embroidered logo, 178. It actually has the Wu-Tang Clan on it, believe it or not, folks. Here's the front graphic, which I think looks sick. You get the Wu-Tang logo there. There is a bit of lack of Supreme branding on the front. Maybe they could have done it in the corner of the picture. I don't really know. It might be a bit busy if they did that. Well, you got the Supreme on the hood, of course. They throw that in there for you. 36 Chambers of Death, Wu-Tang Clan. It would have been nice to get a Photoshop of Supreme, maybe on the handle of the sword, the hilt, even on the blade, or on this Wu-Tang book on the side. Plenty of options. I like when Supreme goes the extra mile and does that. But I think if you're a big Wu-Tang fan, you're gonna buy this sweatshirt. But it's not the number 1 item of the week, because that goes to the RZA tee. There you go. Simple, wearable, recognizable. I love the design from the mug and the tray, but I don't want to pay those kind of prices. I really like the design of this t-shirt. I'm, again, not a huge Wu-Tang fan, but it looks sick. Protect your neck, RZA Supreme. I might have to pick one of these guys up for just the StockX shameless flip and to get it in hand and look at it, because I love a good Supreme t-shirt. I want a chance at some Wu-Tang stickers if that was even a possibility. I don't think it is, but I also don't think it's impossible. We'll wait and see if we get some news on stickers tomorrow. But this shirt in gold is kind of a no-brainer, in my opinion. Maybe like a double XL. Purple's not bad either. Ash gray, decent. White. I would say the top ones would obviously be olive, black, and yellow. And again, the picture that we saw earlier featuring the RZA shirt, people are always gonna like that because they see it on body exactly how it is. And there you go, folks. That is the week 10 drop list. If you're not a Wu-Tang fan and you don't love the Jacquard logo stuff, it might be a bit of a slow week for you. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm debating passing entirely. I can always do some proxies for members. If any of you guys want me to go for this stuff, review it, and then send it out to you, let me know. You have to become a member to claim that perk though. Prices start at $2.99 per month. Guys know the drill. But I'm still giving my sleeper items to the lined zip-up hooded flannel and the star-studded hooded sweatshirt. Those things are sick, as well as the contrast trucker for the hat. Pumpkin, I know we're pissed. I can't wear it on Halloween night. Oh well. And the black and white hockey jersey is the move. That's my debatable resale pick of the week. I don't think there's many guarantees, so if you're not feeling that conviction, I'd probably skip the flip, but stick around for chat. Maybe some of you guys have different ideas on what's going on, and we got to share the love and strategize before the drop on Thursday. Another day, another drop list video, folks. Supreme week 10 for fall winter 25. Is it the best drop of all time? Absolutely not. Is it a drop of all time? Well, quite literally, yes. Let me know in the comments down below what you're copping. For me, it's a very skippable personal week, unless you're a gigantic Wu-Tang fan, which I do know a lot of you are, because so many people have been asking me, when is Wu-Tang dropping? When is Wu-Tang dropping? It's dropping this week, folks, so get everything you need, put it all on Klarna, max out your credit card, and commit tax evasion, okay? These are the small things you can do for this Halloween season to say trick or treat to Uncle Sam. But that's it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And man, it's gonna be a good stream tomorrow. Yeah. Yes, it will.